When I started doing the motorbike, I did started on the pack, the AO1 pack for the letter E, where it was the black diamonds. The bag was full. Thought I'd be able to end up. I thought. Hang on. Hang on a minute. I thought that it would be enough. Unfortunately, it wasn't. Now, I had no idea that they had put 2 lots of AO1s, the letter E, the black ones. They had put 2 bags, 2 full bags. That's the second bag. So there was 2 A1s for the letter E, and there's 2 14s for the letter, 2 A14s for the letter B, small b. I made the mistake in thinking that, oh, I'll have to look for some of the diamonds if I had spares. The thing was that the ones I found, thinking that they were the black diamonds, they were brown. So I'm just going to show you, as you can see here, all here, all the way along, brown. Thought they were the black diamonds. So I thought it was strange that there was a pack AO1, because that's weird. Thought I did it. I thought I already did. I already did AO1. Then when I saw that there's A14, 2 bags. So it means that the black diamonds, after taking all the brown diamonds off, I'm going to fix up the part that I thought I didn't have enough for, which I do. So I'm going to open up the bag and fix up the rest of the letter E's with the right diamonds. I've just noticed letter O. That's alright. Yes, I've just noticed that, hang on, just going to fix up some of the other D's. So I think I must have moved them when I tried to get the rest off. So I didn't know, really didn't know that I had done that. So I had no idea that there would be two bags. So this is the other full bag that I'll be fixing the ease up. Now I think with the Stellar stone ones, the 40 times 30 ones, which is a little bit, just a little bit longer, I think if there's more diamonds for a certain number or letter, doesn't matter depending on what colour it is, they always must seem to put an extra bag because it's a little bit longer, which is good. That's fine. But I thought at the time it was just one bag. So AO1, which is the letter E's, definitely the right ones this time. Because I didn't realise it yesterday. While I was doing the letter D. I started doing the letter D and on. And that's when I noticed. I started doing the letter D because I had a bit of problem with the, I had the app, YouTube app, and I had to use StreamYard. And when I finished the stream, which was the one on StreamYard, I noticed something a bit odd with the diamonds that were on the letter E's. And that's when I realised that I had made a mistake and put the wrong colour. But I'm going to move the camera down and fix it up. So the next time I get another Stellar one. Hello, Easy Money. Thank you. Yes, it's definitely looking good. Thank you. How are you, Easy Money? How you going? Oh, hang in there. Okay, no worries. No worries. I have a bit of work tomorrow, so that's good. Oh, that's all. That's definitely good. You've got a bit of work. Definitely, that definitely is. That's good. So another stream later on tonight. That's what I thought. I'll do. Yeah, I might probably do it. I was gonna do a stream one after the other, but then I thought no, I'll get this done. I'll do this one, and then later on. Late tonight, I'll do another one. Oh, is that right? Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, I do this and then do another stream later on tonight. Still got to do Terminate exoskeleton, which I will do. So, which will probably be actually be tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Oh, you got the. Yeah, I'm doing the Terminate exoskeleton build, which I get to put the other part on where his knee is, where the knee joint is. So I get to put that part on. I've got the other issue. Yes, definitely it is. Easy money. I've got the other issue has the ankle part that I don't need to put on. Then when I do the live stream of the Terminator tomorrow, I get to put the ankle part probably in the next issue. So it's getting there, and so it's moving along. I love that shirt. Ah, thank you, Easy Money. Thank you. Yeah, I got this in. It's in Big W. Yeah, I thought it's not a bad shirt. Pac-Man. So thank you, Easy Money. Thank you. I've got the lamp. Just sometimes it shines, so it's always best to have a bit more light. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll do Terminator 2 issues, part of his leg to join up with the knee, and then the ankle part I'll do, and then in the next issue, because I get 2 issues every fortnight, hang on, I'd need a lamp and glasses both. Well, yeah, because like for me, I like, even though I've got the lamp shining on it, and I mean, I don't really need to use the torch, but it's always good to have a bit of extra light. Which is good. Oh, hang on. Just move the camera down. Do all these E's. And then if I can do the rest of the there went the cops. Just wondering what you mean. There went the cops. Oh yes, oh yes, sorry. Yeah, sometimes you'll hear sirens, the police cars, and the outside, or sometimes an ambulance. You must live on a busy intersection. Yeah, the highway is just over there, so it's sort of close. Sort of over here, as you can hear a siren now. So it's sort of close. The highway's just there. So yeah, and you'll hear, we'll hear birds, but the highway is just over there. So it's not far. So sort of close to the highway. Now I'm doing the Bismarck ship, which Bismarck ship's going to be very, very long in length, and the Terminator exoskeleton is going to be very tall in height. So even though I'm up into the 60s for the Terminator and the Bismarck ship, I'll either finish one or the other probably sometime this year. So still have to try and get this. Oh yeah, the Bismarck, that's a big. Yes, it's very big. It's only going to be nearly as long, probably just about as long as the table that is in front of me. So I'm not sure whether it'll be the Bismarck that'll be finished first, or the Terminator, because I think they both have just a little bit more issues over 100. So it just depends. I mean, with the Terminator exoskeleton, to hold it for it to stand up, you get it's like a metal bar behind that's behind it, and it holds it up, and it stands on like a big square, looks like a big square block, and you've got like lights at the bottom, and you get a remote control, and you can make the jaw move, and the eyes light up, and there's lights coming out of the, it lights up like a blue colour from the base. So it'll either be the Terminator or the Bismarck, so it depends which one has more issues. I did check before, but I've forgotten how many issues there's going to be. So I have to have another look, and then I'll know which one I finish. Because if it have the room fixed up, so I've got room for the ship. If it's a Terminator, then I still have to make sure I've got room for it, because it with the base, I'm not sure how big the base will be until it gets up to that. So yeah, and I'm doing the Spitfire, but with the issues with the Spitfire is they've jumped issues, and what I've been told from the news agency is that they're all out of sync. So we jumped from issue 8 to issue 10, so to issue 12, then to issue 14. So I need 9, 11, and 13. So I hope it doesn't, another issue ends up being out of sync. I have to work around it with a couple of the issues that I did couple of days ago. But if those issues come in, then I can get them, and I can be able to continue with that, which means that where I did issue 10, 11 and 12, no, hang on, where I did issue, no, hang on, 10, 12 and 14, go back, so I do issue 9, 11 and 13. Depending on which issue has more to do in it, if either one of those issues have more to do, then it'll just be the 2 issues, but it depends. They all could have more to do, so, and must be hard to do them out of order. It is because it's sort of, it does make it very hard, because some of the parts that were in issue 10 I can't put on, because there's certain silver parts that goes on the front where the motor is, and I can't put the 2 pieces on either side until I get that issue 9. So yeah, it does make it hard, because you could get 2, 3, 4 issues and think I can't do any of them because the other issues are out of sync. But sometimes it can always work around it, because there'll be parts in it where I can do, but then if there's parts, as I said, with issue 10, I think I'll have to put those aside until I start getting some of the issues that is out of sync. Once I get them, then I can go back and I can put it all together. When I went to do the those issues with the Spitfire, went to test the propeller, and I put batteries in. The propeller wouldn't go round. Then I thought it must be the batteries, so I waited and waited till the next day. Bought new batteries, same thing. So I had to try and undo it, pull it apart, and then do a little test to see if it was the motor part with the tiny little white sprocket. So I connected it up, turned it on, and it was going round. I thought, okay. So then I put the part of the propeller on, and I put both pieces, carefully held both pieces together, and then I turned it on, and the propeller went round. So I thought, okay, but the problem was there was a slight gap in the middle, and if I closed it up by moving those 2 gold pieces, I put them to the end and close it up, the propeller wouldn't go round. So I had to try and make it so that there would just be a slight gap. I've had to put a bit of red duct tape holding it so that the propeller will go round. So once all the other issues come in, I fix it up, I can put that whole motor part on, and then it'll be, another bits and pieces, it'll be fine. So I don't know whether the glue might have got into it, make it not go round, but I don't think it was the glue. There was just something about when you close it, the propeller won't go round. When you adjust the gold pieces, and they have a slight gap in the middle, and you hold that piece together and then turn it on, the propeller goes round. So it's working. So as I said, I had to put a bit of red duct tape around it to hold it. So that's sort of at a slow pace. And I really hope the issues come in next week, because otherwise it'll take longer to finish the Spitfire than the Bismarck and Terminator. So which is the thing. So but you know, if it's an issue that you should tell them to send you a free model for computing out of order instructions. Yes, I should. I mean, I should tell them, because you know, a lot of the times, if a new model's coming out over here, there'll be a commercial, and I think, oh, at the next day, and I thought it was really good. Start doing the issues, and it get up to issue 8. Then when the fortnight after that, I go in, pick up issue 9, no issue 9, issue 10. And then I jump to issue 12, and then jump to issue 13. So I hope those issues come in. Because it's just so hard to try and continue doing a build when a lot of the times you can't do. And you've got to put those issues aside, and it just sits down, wait while you have to work on the, other models, or think of what you're going to stream, or that, or what videos you're going to do of. So yeah, so it definitely does make it hard, definitely. You get what you get, I guess. Yes. Yes, definitely easy money. I had this slight problem with the Bismarck, and I was waiting for a fair few months for issue 5 and issue 14. This is for the Bismarck. In issue 5, they had the plate, the bottom part, and I had to work around that. Issue 14 had the part of the motor. I couldn't test any of the electrics until those issues came in. Then I think round about December. I think it was around about December last year. And I went in and they said, oh, these issues are coming, issue 5 and issue 4. And I thought, good. Then it means I can complete the part of the bottom of the ship. And which is the ship at the moment is about roughly about that long at the moment. So that is sort of about roughly in the middle. part nearly getting into the middle. So that did happen slightly with the Bismarck, and I thought when I heard about the Spitfire coming out, when it came out, I was hoping it wouldn't happen, but of course, you never know with these builds. You start going, doing it, and all of a sudden you go in, oh, that didn't come in, it's out of sync. So, I guess these things happen, but it does make it hard, you know. I mean, it's lucky that I mean, with the Terminator, the issue coming in all the time for the Terminator, and the Bismarck now, but with the Spitfire, I just hope that, as I said, those issues come in, and then from then on, every issue comes in and that, because I love doing these builds, and when it comes to doing the checking the electrics, I know not only me loves checking with the, does it when it gets to doing the checking the electrics, but a lot of other people on YouTube, they think, oh, God, I can check it, hope it's working, and that's why with with R2 on streams on r2d2, I thought, oh, that's working and that's working, so and so the Terminator exoskeleton, I know the eyes, they light up, they're working, so yeah, so it as I said, these things happen. You don't expect it to happen, but it does. But it does make it hard building the builds. Hold on, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back now. Oh, I used to play with electrics. Watch out for those electric capacitors. They hold a charge. Yes, I always careful with that. Definitely always careful. Always. Nothing worse than being quickest path to ground. Yes, definitely easy money, definitely. when I get the room fixed up, I will do a tour. I'll do a tour live, and just recap of what I'm up to with the builds. That. Time for me to roll, man. Cheers. Take care, easy money. Take care. Catch you later, easy money. Stay safe. See you on the next one, easy money. Take care. Take care, mate. Take care. Definitely take care, easy money. So this is just correcting a mistake I made before, as I thought it was the right colour, but unfortunately it wasn't the right colour at all. So yeah, the stream later on. Might be part 13 of Diamond Art, or it might be gaming. I'm really not sure at the moment. Really not sure. This looks a bit better with the white colour. So when I go to get another one next time, I'm going to check, because as I said before, most of these have more of the diamonds because it's a bit longer, and they have more of that letter or number. So it's where I'm going to check, just to make sure that so that I know it has either 2 bags or just the one. And I think, okay, well then I know it, now I know. No, it has 2 bags for one. Which means if that bag runs out, it means there's another bag to use, and that you think, oh yep, now I've got enough anyway. So thinking, oh, I haven't got enough now, gotta look for all the spares, but anyway. Yeah, so tonight might be another diamond art, might be part 13, might be gaming. One or the other, so Did it just go everywhere? No, just one. Okay. Now, I've heard that Jodie Whittaker is supposed to be leaving playing Doctor Who. Now, I hope they get a male to play the 14th Doctor. Because it'd be good to finally see a male play the role as it was meant to be played by male. Now, I wouldn't mind playing the Doctor. Unfortunately, can't because that wouldn't happen. But it would be nice if it did. So I really hope they get a male to play the character, because it's supposed to be played by a male. Because there was no Timeless Child. At all. And I think changing the whole thing of that is an insult to William Hartnell. Because when he started playing the character of the Doctor, he did a fantastic job. But unfortunately he couldn't continue because his health wasn't good. And so, of course, with Sidney Newman deciding, said to William Hartnell, if anyone's seen the documentary, the one of the true story of William Hartnell, had to let William Hartnell go. He didn't want to, but he was concerned about his health, William Hartnell's health. So I think after he'd finished talking to William Hartnell in his office, there's another guy that came into Sidney Newman's office, and they're sitting there talking, wondering what they're going to do, and Sidney comes up with the idea of regeneration, which means that same character have a different face, which meant that the character could go on even though it had a different actor. It would mean that it would be the same character with a different face, and every time it was time for the Doctor to regenerate, there'd be the same Doctor on the inside but with a different face. That's how it was right up to the 7th Doctor. And in the movie, Doctor Who the movie, you had the 8th Doctor, the actor Paul McGann played the 8th Doctor, which meant that actually after the movie, didn't know whether it was going to come back, but it did. They brought it back, 2005. Christopher Eccleston, I hope I'm that surname right, did a fantastic job playing the 9th Doctor. Then, of course, it was time at the end of Series 1. Of course, the 9th Doctor regenerated, and you had the 10th Doctor, David Tennant. And then so on and so on. Now, in the 50th anniversary, where the two Doctors, the 10th and the 11th Doctor, work together with the other Doctor that they don't mention about, which in one of the episodes, Clara jumped into the timeline of the Doctor to save him, and She saw all these past selves running past. Saw all these past selves, faces. But the one face at first Clara didn't see was the other doctor, which is the warrior doctor, played by John Hurt. Now, of course, John Hurt, you know, he did a fantastic job playing the other doctor. Did a really awesome job. In the 50th anniversary, of course, the three doctors have got taken prisoner after they get a shock to see the other doctor they never speak of. They're in the dungeon, which is owned by Queen Elizabeth, but thought it was the one of the Zygons pretending to be the Queen. And while they're in there, they're talking about the Time War. 10 remembered how many. 11, the 11th Doctor sort of lost count. Of course, they get a little bit of an argument, and then of course, while they were talking, Bad Wolf, who looks like Rose, said about the sonic screwdriver, which they were trying to unlock the door. Now this is where it's similar to the Doctor. Now, she says, same software, different case. Now, the sonic screwdrivers might look different on the outside, but the same software. And of course, the 10th Doctor, where they all realise, because I think it's a signal that's been going on for years, a long time. Now, this is the thing. You see, this is where I'm sort of trying to tease all that the as I said, the sonic screwdriver is a bit like the Doctor. With the Doctor, same Doctor, a different face. And this is where William Hartnell has sort of forgotten because Chris Chibnall, or whatever his last name is, has forgotten that. he comes up with a stupid idea of the Timeless Child. And as a lot of people have seen, episode with the Master, which I have to say is the most... It's one of the worst Masters I've ever seen. Just trying. He ends up putting all the dead Time Lords mixed into the Cybermen. And of course the Cybermen, one gets shot, starts to regenerate. That is not what regeneration is. It's for a Time Lord, when they regenerate, they're the same person on the inside, but with a different face. So they decide, oh, let's have this gender thing. They have the Master regenerate into a female. And of course the Master couldn't call himself the Master anymore, called himself Missy. Now, when I saw that the Master was calling himself the Spy Master when they were on the plane, it was the 13th against the 13th Doctor, I thought, oh yeah, that's good. But then when he started acting all weird, I thought, no, that's not how the Master is supposed to be. I know the Master is sort of, you know, he's bad and that, but it was just way over the top. So I hope they get a male to play the Doctor. I would like to be able to play the character of the Doctor, but I wouldn't be able to do that. BBC wouldn't even let me do that. I just hope they get someone, a male, to play the character, because that way it gets back to normal. They have a new writer who knows about sci-fi, knows how to write good stories for sci-fi. And that. Because the show is supposed to be about travelling through time and space, saving people, stopping villains, going for all different places through time and space. No politics involved. Especially with the most ridiculous creatures they could have in the series. especially with series 11. First episode. When the villain showed up, I thought, okay, this looks alright. When he takes his mask off, he's got a face full of teeth. And I think, what on earth is this character? He ends up killing the humans and taking their teeth. And I think that is absolutely ridiculous. Of course, it's a part 2. The next episode was part 2. And the villains in that were killer cloths. Brown scarves, they look like. When I saw that, I thought, oh no, oh look out, watch out for the killer cloth. It's going to come and kill you because it's bloody a killer cloth. How pathetic. Talking to the 13th Doctor about the timeless child. What timeless child? There's no such thing as the timeless child. And from then on, it got worse and worse and worse. So I really hope that they get a better writer that knows about sci-fi, a better actor, male, to play the Doctor, so it gets back to normal, so people can enjoy the show. Because as I said, I would love to be able to play the character. You know, I'd probably do a good job playing the character, but I don't think I would even get a role like that, because it's in the UK. So yeah. Now, just going to even if I was able to, even if I could, you know, make my own Doctor Who fan film. Hang on, I'm just going to come up. Even if I was able to make my own Doctor Who fan film, I wouldn't be able to, because it'd be very hard to try and, you know, TARDIS, console, and the flat would be a bit hard. So I'd love to be able to do that. I'd love to be able to play the character Doctor on the Doctor Who show on the BBC, but no, I know that wouldn't happen. But if it did happen, I would play the Doctor, if it's, you know, 14th Doctor or 15th Doctor or whatever, 16th Doctor or the 16th Doctor, I would play the Doctor how the Doctor has always been. How it's meant to be. Because when it came back in 2005, from the 9th Doctor to the 12th Doctor, you know, even though it was like a new start, fresh new look, it still kept the way the Doctor was. You go, even though it was slightly odd, you know, always different regenerations. And of course, when it got up to the 12th Doctor, at first didn't like hugging, and then slowly mellowed out and was able to hug, you know, give a hug. Okay? So it's best for a male play. That's why, you know, I'd love to be able to play Doctor. I play the Doctor how it's always been, and how it's supposed, how the character's supposed to be played. All the other actors before the 13th one, all the other actors before Jodie Whittaker, all of them, even the ones years ago, I mean, they all did an awesome job. I mean, that's my opinion. I mean, I mean, I know, you know, when it came back between the 9th Doctor and the 12th Doctor, you know, we all, you know, some people would say, oh, you know, they're really good, and other people might, you know, say, you know, how are they going to be good at? Are they going to play the character right? And they did an awesome job. Even the ones before the 9th Doctor, all the other actors played it. Even the ones that aren't with us anymore. William Hartnett, Patrick Trojan, Jean Betwee, they even did an awesome job. But every regeneration from the first Doctor all the way up, they were the same Doctor on the inside. Because in the, for example, in the 5 Doctors, I think, I'm not sure what happened with Tom Baker. I'm not sure whether he couldn't be there or couldn't be on that episode, and they added bits and pieces to it, and then they made it so that the Doctor, one of the Doctor's other selves was trapped. So then you had first Doctor, second Doctor, third Doctor, and then you had the 5th Doctor. When it came up to the scene where the 3 Doctors wondering what's wrong with the 5th Doctor, and the second Doctor, I think it was the second Doctor, says he's in some sort of trance, and the 3 of them go contact, and they all linked up their minds because they are the same Doctor on the inside. And they were able to bring the 5th Doctor out of the trance, bring him out, because as soon as the 5th Doctor saw each one of his other selves, he walked over to them and then turned around and looked at Barusa, and Barusa couldn't control the 5th Doctor. He lost the link. See, this is the thing. Sidney Newman was the one came up with the idea of regeneration so that the character of the Doctor would carry on. And all the actors that have played the Doctor, they're all my favourites. But the one actor after the all, one actor, it was William Hartnell, was a fantastic actor playing the Doctor. He did an awesome job until it got up to till he played the Doctor for so long, and then his health started deteriorating, and they were all concerned about it. Now, of course, as I mentioned about the 5 Doctors, I had another actor playing the first Doctor. He did a good job. The actor that played William Hartnell, the true story, playing the Doctor, he did a good, awesome job. And then he played the Doctor, the first Doctor, meeting his future self out in the snow. You know, this is what Chibnall was forgetting. He thinks he can just change it all. You can't change it all. You should remember that William Hartnell is the very first actor to play the Doctor. He did a fantastic job playing the character until his health started to deteriorate and he wasn't good, and they were all worried about it. And that's why Sidney Newman was in his office talking to the other guy, and Sidney Newman came up with the idea of regeneration. So you have a character, same character, so the same Doctor, different face. Now it is disgraceful and disrespectful to William Hartnell, because it was good to see him in the episode of the 3 Doctors. He couldn't walk around much, so they had it where he was in like a hexagon, like a triangle thing, and he was sitting there, and he's on the screen, and he's talking to his other selves, so they could all try and work out how to stop Omega, how to fix it all, and they did, and it was really, really good to see William Hartnell. Even though he couldn't, because his health. So as I said, it's an absolute disgrace and insult to William Hartnell. Now, if I was able to play whether it was the 14th Doctor or the 15th Doctor or that, I'd love to play that. I'd love to play the Doctor, And I want to play the character how it's always been. Sure, it might be, each regeneration is always different, but it's still the Doctor on the inside. They're always slightly different, each one. So, so, as I said, I'd love to play the character of the Doctor. But I know that didn't happen. It did. I would say that I want to play the character of the Doctor how it's always been. Possibly, slightly different, because as I said, each regeneration is always slightly different. It's still the same Doctor on the inside. So I'm going to go now, and I just thought I'd have that little bit of a rant because, you know, with each doctor had all different personality, but always the same doctor on the inside. William Hartnell, first grumpy, you know, grumpy doctor. The next one, the second doctor was like a Hobart, played the flute. Third doctor, you know, dashing and you know, do karate, you know that. Fourth doctor, sometimes might be like a kid, you know, but that was fine. Always asked, oh, want a jelly baby? Want a jelly baby? That's cool, you know. Then you've got the fifth doctor, likes to play cricket. The sixth doctor, he sort of, I think, sort of might have had a bit of his other selves, bits and pieces. Wore the, you know, the clothes that the sixth doctor wore. Yeah, they were fine. From the first doctor up to the sixth doctor, good, really good. Then it gets to the seventh, more like a professor. He had his umbrella, like a very special type of umbrella that has a question mark on it. Then you've got the eighth doctor. More like, he was like someone from the past. How he dressed, had also, you know, the personality. And then between the eighth doctor and the ninth doctor, there was the other doctor, and which, when the eighth doctor was forced, he did that, you know, took some elixir stuff from the something sisters. He wanted to be a warrior. Of course, he regenerates into it now. And of course, the other doctor, which ended up stopping the Time Lords and the Daleks, but the shrine, you know, killing the people on this Don Gallifrey, including the Daleks. Of course, in the 50th anniversary, they were able to go back, contact his other selves, and they saved Gallifrey. Then when it got to the ninth doctor, he was sort of a bit angry. I think sometimes scared, and especially when at the end of that first episode, you know, the last episode of series 1, and he was going to, I think, and just kill all the Daleks. Not the Daleks, the coward or something else, and I said, coward any day. And then with the Ninth Doctor, the 10th Doctor, he was, as it gradually over the years, he wore the clothes he wore with Converse, fine. He was sort of, you know, I think felt lonely a lot of times. So, you know, when it got to the 11th Doctor, he would wave his hands around a lot. The 10th Doctor was sort of more, sort of a bit emotional. Show it in, you know, a bit more emotional. And as I said with the 11th Doctor, he'd wave his hands a lot. When he was talking, sort of. And then with the 12th Doctor, was very, I felt like he was very distant. He didn't like hugging. So the thing is, from the first Doctor right up to the 12th Doctor, every actor that played the Doctor, they did a fantastic job. Fantastic job. But what Chris Chibnall, whatever his David last name is, what he's done is absolutely disgraceful. It's disgusting what he's done. I want to change the whole thing. Timeless child rubbish. It's an insult to William Hartnell. Absolute insult. And as I said, I'd love to play the Doctor. I play the Doctor how it is supposed to be, how it's always been. So, apart from doing the diamond art, that's my bit of a rant about that, about the Chibnall and the Jodie Whittaker. So yeah, so take everybody. Thank you all for coming on. Take care. Stay safe. As I always say, don't forget to put a like, put a comment, share, subscribe, and I will catch you later. Take care, guys. Bye now.